What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Capricorn Sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of December 22nd and January 19th, then you are a Capricorn Sun sign, and this video is for you. Today we're going to be talking about love. You know, it's a time of year to be talking about it, so I thought I'd do a tarot reading on it for you Capricorn friends. But this is not going to be your traditional love tarot reading. Does he love me? Not, right? Do I love him back? No. What we're talking about today is your energies surrounding love. How you look at love, what your energies surrounding it are, your energies surrounding giving love, and your energies surrounding receiving love. And we're going to look at those, and we're also going to look at how you can improve in each of those areas. So today we're going to be using the Anna K Tarot and the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. I've already shuffled these cards, so I'm just going to cut the deck and get right into it. All right, let's jump right in. The first card we're going to look at is the middle one. And this middle card represents your energy surrounding love at this time, Capricorn friends. And we have the Ten of Swords. Remember, this is a general overall reading, so take what works for you, leave the rest, and it's not going to apply to everyone, so know that going in. But the feeling I'm getting here from the Ten of Swords is not the best, okay? This is one of those cards of just having had enough. And the feeling I'm getting here is that a lot of you are feeling like maybe you've been betrayed to the point where you've had enough. Maybe some of you are coming to an end of a relationship that wasn't working for you. And I want to stress the fact that when I'm talking about love, I'm not just talking about romantic partners. I'm talking about the love that you have for your friends, for your family, for strangers, for your pets, that kind of love. Love in general, not just romantic love. I should have stressed that earlier. But yeah, I get the feeling that a lot of you have had enough of it right now, for whatever reason. That maybe, like I said, a relationship has come to an end or something has happened, but a lot of this has to do with the ego, and I think it's your mind telling you've had enough. Your heart never has enough love. You know, your heart would never say, I'm done with love for the time being. No, your heart is always giving and receiving love. So this is coming from the ego, this is coming from the mind, and maybe, a past hurt has led you to believe certain things about love, like it's not ever going to work out, that it's not something that's for you, right? So yeah, the Ten of Swords, not necessarily the best card here. And this is just how you feel about love right now, the energy surrounding love right now. So I do feel as though there's been a hurt, there's been a transgression against you, or maybe you took part in the transgression against someone else, and you're just walking away from the situation at this time. So let's take a look at the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, which will tell us how you can improve in this area. And we got daydreams and decisions. Decisions. Oh, okay. The message I'm getting here is that while your ego mind is saying some things about love that is displeasing to you, I think the way forward and the way through this is to really imagine love going perfectly well. Really if you close your eyes, if you go into meditation, or even if you're just sitting still and you imagine all your loving relationships working out, and you really visualize them and you feel them, and you feel what it would be like for every relationship that you have with your friends, your family, your romantic partner, if they're all going perfectly well. If you can daydream that, if you can imagine that, and if you can feel the energy of that, you're going to move towards that. You're going to start to see situations occur that's going to allow that to happen, because now you're manifesting exactly what you want. So I think that's a way to get out of the ego mind, is to go into more of the heart space. When you think of imagination, you might think of the brain, but the brain is not what's imagining, it's the heart. And the heart can imagine all sorts of things. And I think that's going to be a very beneficial thing for you, to visualize your relationships going perfectly well, so that you can move towards those, get away from the energy of the ego mind controlling things, and it'll move you towards healing, basically. Cool. All right, let's step on over to this side of the reading. This card represents the energy surrounding the way that you give love. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. You know, Capricorn, you're a Pentacles type sign. I feel like when I think of Pentacles, I definitely think of Capricorn. And this card is about, you know, tending your garden and watching things grow and then reaping the rewards of that. So how does that apply to love? At least giving love. I think that you guys are very loving, but kind of slow moving. What I mean by that is maybe relationships with you guys take a long time to develop. But when you do develop those relationships, they're prosperous and they're bountiful and abundant. So I think that you do give love in a kind of slower sort of way. I think that you are, you know, if someone's willing to commit to a relationship and they're willing to show you that they're committed and you know, time has passed so that you understand that, and then, you know, love blossoms. And again, this is not just romance. This is with all your relationships. I do feel as though that you guys are very willing to give love. You're willing to share the abundance and the bounty, but it's not something that's like fiery passion, right? I'm getting the sense of a slower type giving. Like it might take time for you guys to give love, possibly. Remember, this is not for everybody. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but for the most part, that's what I feel is happening with a lot of Capricorns. So let's check out how you can improve in this area. And we've got Blossom. This is a very interesting card to come out with the Seven of Pentacles. You know, I see the similarities between the both. The Seven of Pentacles is about blossoming energy, I guess you could say. And then we got this card here of Blossom with this woman just creating a fireball out of plants. And I think the message here is that... Hold on. I'm getting something here. The message I'm getting is that you're doing things right. This is a good way to give love. I mean, you can speed up the process and be more willing to give love in a faster type way. But the feeling I'm getting here is that, you know, you got to turn nothing into something. And I think that's basically what the Seven of Pentacles was saying. So I think the message here is to keep on doing what you're doing as far as giving love. You know, I know I said you guys make the other person prove that they love you. That's not necessarily what I meant, but you know, this is about planting a seed and letting it grow into something very large and then eventually very beautiful and indestructible. And I think that's what you're doing, and I think that's what you should continue to do, Capricorn friends. Basically, the message I'm getting is that the way you give love is you're open to it. You're open to giving, and keep doing what you're doing. Very good. Let's go on over to this side, which is the energy surrounding you and receiving love. How you receive love. We've got the High Priestess. Hold on a second. I gotta get into this card here. I'm getting a very solitary feeling from this, and I think that the receiving of love for Capricorns, for a lot of you, is one of very quiet introspection. I think that, you know, when you are sent love, I think a lot of you will go deep into yourself and ask yourself a lot of questions about it, and you're very inquisitive about this love that's coming to you. And so, you know, the Capricorn mind might want to analyze it or really nitpick over it and really try to understand it on a very intuitive level. This is a very, very odd card I'm getting here, or odd message I'm getting. But I think a lot of this is what this is trying to say is that you guys are very solitary people when it comes to love, and you're very analytical when it comes to love. You ask yourself the tough questions. Does this person really love me? Can I trust this person? Does this person deserve love in return? So I think this is not necessarily a good thing. I think there's good and bad to it. I think that, you know, when you analyze something, you learn more about it. But at the same time, you know, this kind of restricts how much love you can take in, because you got to process it. And, you know, ideally, you don't want to process love. You just want to accept it. But I think the processing here is probably slowing things down. I'm getting a very slow approach to love here overall. So let's see what this card here has to say how you can improve in the receiving of love. Look at this guy. He's manifesting his butt off. All right, we got manifest here. And I think the message here is to move from the contemplation energy to more of the action creation energy. And I think what this is saying is that rather than, when love comes to you, rather than kind of go inward and try to analyze things and ask questions about it, why not play off that energy? Use that energy that's being sent to you to create for your own, to create for yourself. Sort of like, what is it, judo? You use the other person's energy against them. Only in this case, you're using it to help the other person, right? You're using the other person's love to uplift you and then help you to create love for them. So I think the message here is that rather than sitting there and contemplating the love, accept it and use it to your advantage and to the advantage of the whole world, because love is an energy that can only help, it can only uplift, and if you're going to use that energy, you're going to use it positively, because there's no other way for love to be. So I think what you need to do in your relationships is when you get sent love, accept it and use it. Use the feelings that it provides you to uplift others. And I think you'll spend less time analyzing and more time doing. And it's gonna speed up the process a little bit. Now, looking at these cards as a whole, I think that's kind of what needs to happen. Like I said, very slow burn energy here concerning love. I do feel as though you may have been hurt recently, or some thoughts have entered into your system that kind of make you doubt love and make you kind of fed up with it. But in order to improve that, you need to visualize and you need to see the good in love and see like the best possible scenario, rather than allowing the ego mind to dwell in the worst possible scenario. And I think that's going to help you in general. As far as giving love, you guys take your time, but it's strong. Right? It takes time, but it's strong. And I think that's good. And I think that's what this card is saying here, is to keep doing what you're doing, because, anything that takes time is going to be worth it, and it's going to be strong and indestructible in the end. So keep doing what you're doing as far as sending out love. But as far as receiving love, I do feel like you guys need to spend less time analyzing and more time utilizing this energy that's being sent to you and using it for power, the power of good, basically, right? So that's the feeling I'm getting, Capricorn friends. I hope that made sense. I hope that resonated with a lot of you. Remember, this is a general overall reading, and not everything's going to apply to everyone. But if you want a specific reading where I tap into your energy, then head on over to my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box below. And we can get to the bottom of any issue that you might have together. If you like this video, please consider hitting that like button. It lets me know you enjoyed it, got something out of it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put those in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about these readings. And if you really enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Stay up to date on all the videos I release. And if you're feeling extra frisky, hit that notification bell to get notifications whenever I release a new video. All right, Capricorn friends, I think you're doing good. You got some holes that you got to plug, but you know what to do, I think. So I hope that resonated with you. I wish you luck and light and love in your life. All right. So leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.